What we're doing here is we're finding the equation of a tangent line. This is one of the problems in calculus class that you're going to encounter over and over and over again. It's a very common problem. And so the equation of the tangent line can be represented a couple of different ways, and it's going to require some background knowledge from Algebra 1 on either the equation of the line using slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, where m represents slope and b represents your y-intercept. You can also use the standard equation for linear equations, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. While the second standard form equation here looks a little bit more complicated, it's actually going to be easier when you're finding equations of tangent lines because you don't have to solve for the y-intercept b. To illustrate this, I'll show you what I mean. Let's first look at an example of finding the equation of the line tangent to f of x equals x squared minus 3x at the specific value x equals 1. And in this case, we'll use the standard, not the standard, but the slope-intercept form. So we're going to use y equals mx plus b. You'll see here on the left, I have y, m, x, and b listed. And these are the things that we need to find in order to construct our tangent line. So notice that you're given the x value 1. So we know that x is 1. In order to find a y value, all I need to do is plug in the x value into the function. So I know that y equals f of 1. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug my x value into my function, and I'm going to look at f of 1. So f of 1 is going to be 1 squared minus 3 times 1, which gives me negative 2. So I can come over here and I can fill in the spot for my y value, which is negative 2. So this was step 1. Step 2 then is to find slope. And remember, slope of a line tangent to the function is determined by the derivative. So to find slope, I need to find f prime of 1. So to do that, I first take my derivative, f prime of x, that's equal to 2x minus 3. And then I'm going to plug 1 into my derivative. This gives me 2 times 1 minus 3, which is negative 1. So my slope is negative 1. And the last step then is to find b. So to find b, what I need to do is I need to use the equation of the line y equals mx plus b. I know that y is negative 2, m is negative 1, my x value is positive 1, and my goal is to solve for b. So I know that negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1, so negative 2 equals negative 1 plus b. Add 1 to both sides, so negative 1 is my value for b. The last thing then is to put it all together. The equation of this tangent line is y equals my slope, which is negative 1, times x plus b, in this case is negative 1. So the line y equals negative x plus 1 is the equation of my tangent line for the function that I was given. The next example here, we're going to use standard form. So in this case, I need a value y1, I need a value x1, and I need slope. So right off the bat, you'll see that you don't need to find b, which means that standard form is actually maybe a little bit easier than finding the slope-intercept form. So to find y1, that's my first step. My goal then is to find the x value. So I'm going to look at f of e squared. So I know f of x is equal to natural log of x. Plugging in my x value, e squared, into the natural log function, I can use properties of logs, so I know that f of e squared is 2 times natural log of e. So if I have an exponent inside my logarithm, I can bring it to the front as a coefficient. The natural log of e is equal to 1. So f of e squared is equal to 2. So I know my y value then is 2. I'm given my x value, which I know is e squared. And then the next thing I need to do is find slope. So remember slope, my m is equal to f prime of where I'm looking at my x value. So this is f prime of e squared. So to find the derivative, f prime of x, I take my function, which was natural log of x. The derivative I know is 1 divided by x. I take the derivative of what's inside and divide it by what's inside. Then I'm simply going to plug my x value in. So I plug in e squared. So this is 1 over e squared, and that's my slope. The last thing to do is to put it all together using the equation, standard form for a linear equation. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So I have y minus my y1 value, which was 2, equals my slope, 1 over e squared, times x minus 1 over, x minus e squared. And that's it. So this is the way that you would find the equation of a tangent line using the standard form for linear equations.